I told my boss, it ain't no limits.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Now a shotgun handoff to Cohen. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down. This defense for the Vikings, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
They'll give him 4 yards there. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
I see you nodding your head along with me, partner, because it's pretty obvious what they were trying to do there on the drag route. With his speed, they're hoping he can turn the corner and maybe take this to the house. But that was excellent work defensively to make sure once he caught it, he wasn't going anywhere.
Goff on 3rd down. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Detroit. When you think of guys that are built to be big-arm quarterbacks, Jared Goff, he fits that mold, and he showed it off right there. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So look at this. They got the 7-0 lead in the pocket, and they're going to try an onside kick. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. Cousins going to bat it forward here on the jet sweep. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 15-yard line.
Off the play fake, Cousins. Being chased out left. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Roaming Okwara able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. Way to the 25 before he's hit and dropped. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable. And sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 3 before being taken down. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On the jet sweep, here comes Jefferson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, I sure wouldn't be surprised if we see more of this as this game goes on because we know they like to use their wideouts either on quick throws or on jet sweeps like what we just saw there. And to say that that one worked well, partner, that's stating the obvious.
Down at the 25. The Vikings at 2-0 here to begin the season. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Cousins. And he's got this to Jefferson. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 13-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Cousins. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. This has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Another try after the first down sack. Cousins. Smith catches left side. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Buying time to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Lions 7, Vikings nothing.
And the first play will be a field goal try. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will stay at a 7-point game. So a long drive, 11 plays all told, but in the end, they come away with nothing.
And what can you do from an offensive standpoint except pat your kicker on the head and say, get him next time?
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They'll run on second down with Cohen, and he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. On first down, it's gone. Throws out left, it's caught by Williams. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Between the tackles and Cohen. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. They go back to the ground, this time Swift. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Goff. Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route. And he'll be brought down at the 27. They'll try to run for it with Cohen. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
They go ahead and snap it. Gone. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. So after the conversion on 4th, here's 1st and 10 just outside of the red zone. Now Goff taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he is going to lose yardage here. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they've run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Goff. Steps away to his left. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Goff a handoff here to Swift. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it and stopped him. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They'll fake the give. Now Goff. Swings this out here for Cohen. And in for the Lions. Touchdown. Tariq Cohen. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Lions go up by 2 touchdowns. Well, we know he has decent hands out of the backfield. That's the first time, Charles, they've targeted him in the passing game, and it pays dividends.
And I love the design, too, because they kept him in the backfield, made the defense think run first before they swung him out of there. And you're right, with his hands, they might want to throw it to him just a little bit more.
Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Michael Pilardi now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. On the return is Cohen.
And that one a 55-yard punt, 13 on the return.
And the Lions will take over.
At their own 47-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And they do have terrific starting field position, but no timeouts to work with, so they'll need to operate quickly.
On 1st and 10, Goff. And this is caught at the 20.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon.
And the Lions will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point by Badgley up and good. And it's now 21-0.
21. Vikings nothing. Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. Nuwanger now from his end zone.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3.
Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. And right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That's a nice play there.
And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Cousins.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. 3rd down, here's a run by Cook. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. 4th down, Cousins. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Makes the score Lions 28, Vikings 0. Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because
he's got a man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That one covers 29 yards. First down. Cousins now from the 50.
He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Now an end around as Cousins will just pop this forward. Down to about the 37. Well, speed is definitely a calling card if you play cornerback in this league, and he does a terrific job there of hustling in quickly to make the play.
Play fake. Cousins.
That'll be caught. It's Reagor.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 16. A gain there of 21 yards. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10.
Meanwhile, Cousins' throw complete to Rager. 4 yards remain on 2nd down. Ball on the 10.
A 6-yard pickup.
To the air again, it's Cousins. And oh, it'll be intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And the Lions are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
After the interception, here's Goff.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10.
Now it's Goff. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Williams.
And they'll work this down inside the 30. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hockenson. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Throwing again is Goff. The screen pass here to Cohen. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. So that one a disaster, a big loss there with 2nd down coming up.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go pat.
Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. He's at the 40, 20, 10, 5. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Extra point attempt here still to come. He's got it to bring it back to 28-7 now.
Makes the score Lions 28, Vikings 7.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And that pick six a moment ago doesn't change things too much. They still seem pretty comfortable with a 3-possession fourth quarter lead. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Harrison Smith on the safety blitz, able to get the sack.
Well, their first sack of the game, and it doesn't come from a usual suspect, not somebody up front, but Charles, a defensive back getting in there.
And I can tell you from experience, he's beyond excited to make that play because you're exactly right. It isn't normal to call his number to run at the quarterback like that. Usually you're defending the pass, but he takes full advantage and dumps him to the turf.
Here comes the Lions punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. A first down throw for Cousins. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cook. So no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Now Cousins. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
Another solid game-changing play for this defense for the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, you know, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there, and I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up
Gone. And that is incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play. One that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Here's Michael Badgley ready for the field goal try. And this one a 41-yard attempt. Badgley's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. And he fires
one incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Cousins. And he whips that one incomplete there.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he is going to pick up the Vikings' first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. From the red zone now, Cousins. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. From 13 yards out. Cousins will try and throw. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
First and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Goff going to throw it. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. And now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no. But the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Play action now. Cousins. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu. And the Lions are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
He got 29 yards that time.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
On 1st down, Goff. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Vikings are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, You're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
17 yards, first down, Vikings. To throw, Cousins. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Throwing on second and long. Cousins.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 43. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. First down, here's Cousins. Lets it fly for Thielen. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
On second down, Cook. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and they were really helped.